Hello, hello, hello. This is Misty Magdalena Grace with the new and improved version of Healthy and Wealthy and Wise, where we talk about spirituality, psychedelics, plant medicine, microdosing, and really that journey within to finding your best innate wisdom, to your best health, your best wealth through all sorts of inner child healing, trauma release, grief recovery, overcoming addictions, and working with the mind, the body, and spirit. So go ahead, leave a review, subscribe, download. We look forward to your feedback. Thanks for tuning in today. Hey. Hello, everyone. Happy August. Happy new moon. We're just passing the new moon. I'm super excited as your host here of Healthy and Wealthy and Wise. Just a quick monologue. It's going to be really brief today, talking about the presence process and joining me on this journey. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because part of what I have been on this journey for is to better understand the body, the mind, and the spirit. And I talk to so many people every day who are stuck in their head, like I was, and aren't really present in this present moment. We're either, feeling depressed about the mistakes we made. We're feeling anxious about what the future holds. And it all comes back to presence. And recently I just discovered The Presence Process. It's a book by Michael Brown. And oh my gosh, it's very profound. And I just wanted to share a couple principles from that book and probably telling you nothing new, just reminding you of what is coming up in the collective. And that's really important for you to be aware of. Whether you read the book or not, whether you're a part of my community or not, doesn't matter. I'm just here to be able to help bring a conscious awareness to this presence process. Because I think a lot of us are been, like myself, stuck in our head, really focused on the analytics, the goal setting, the personal development, all of the logical stuff, right? But if you remember, I did share this not too long ago. The first 7 years of our life is all about emotional development. So crying, anger, all of these emotions, that's how we started on this planet in these bodies, is learning how to emote, how to be vocal, how to share, to cry, to be seen, be heard. And depending on your environment, depending on your parents, depending on your ancestral trauma and your karma, you might not have been heard or seen much. And that just caused more trauma, right? So let me read something to you from the book, The Presence Process. Most of our emotions and our ideas were imprinted in our emotional body before they were able to enter our mental body. So we have the mental, emotional, and physical bodies. And a lot of times the emotional body is kind of also called the emotional pain body. And so when you realize that, that means there's pain and emotion. Emotion is energy in motion. So a lot of times that trauma response, that fight or flight response, right? Or freeze, inaction is another form of action. It's a choice. But if most of our experiences in life were imprinted in our emotional body before they were even able to be logically analyzed by our mental body, just think about how much repressed stuff we have stuck inside of us. And what they talk about in the book, those are called felt sensations. Feelings, which is a feminine emotion, right? Feelings, nothing more than feelings, right? That song. But if we don't allow those felt senses to come through, knee-jerk reaction is to suppress, to work over, to drink over, to escape, to numb, to whatever that is. And this is to the extreme, right? But it's really important to understand that part of what this presence process is all about is getting in tune and teaching yourself how to mother or nurture yourself, how to be present with the emotions. I'm a mom. I can't be present for my kids' emotions. I can teach them how to be present for their emotions. And yet a lot of us weren't taught how to do that, right? How to be present with your emotions. And so if most of our life experience was developed in those first 10 years of our life, think of how many things we are repressing, we're ignoring, we're shutting down because it's too painful, right? That emotional pain body. And so a lot of our responses in life are based upon those emotions that have been suppressed. So they're uncomfortable and we don't want to face them. They're uncomfortable and we disassociate, we shut down. Oh my gosh, how many of you have been ghosted by someone who didn't respond to you? It's because they were shutting down, they were disassociating. If someone didn't buy your stuff, part of it was a disassociation. It wasn't even a rejection or a no as much as it was a disassociation. Like they didn't know how to be. Like there's so many of us who haven't been trained on how to just be authentic, how to be real, because we're always in that state of doing based on those emotional triggers, which is coming up for everyone right now. Everyone's getting triggered emotionally. I mean, you may not want to talk about it, and there's people who are spiritually bypassing all of that, but to really be present with that, how do you develop the skills to be present with that? And to hold yourself, to nurture yourself, to mother yourself, to parent yourself. And so that is what the presence process, if you check out the book, go get the book, super easy, simple. But then to apply it, there's 2 15-minute exercises a day that work with the emotional pain body, the mental body, and the physical. So you got to work with all three in order to get lasting results and change. So as part of the presence process, if you check it out, you're working on those imprints that were imprinted first in your emotional body, then were logically analyzed in your mental body, and then they showed up in your physical body. That's why disease symptoms are always the last thing to show up. Someone has cancer, if someone has a thyroid disease like myself, if someone has digestive issues, the physical body is the last place it shows up. But it started in the emotional pain body. So if you don't get to that root cause, that emotional pain body cause, then you medicate your medications, right? We get addicted to pharmaceuticals, alcohol, drugs, whatever, even work, even religion can be, even meditation can be an escape. Anything that doesn't allow you to feel and really take a look at what is happening in your body, emotional and physical body, right? So there's an old adage, like one of my mentors said, and it's almost in some ways sad to admit it. You know, most people buy on emotion, they justify with logic later. That was something I was taught in sales training. And the sad part is he's right. Most people buy on emotion and then regret it later. Buyer's remorse is a thing because you're not coming from authentic truth. You're coming from an emotionally manipulated space, which is why a lot of people don't like the word sales. But it applies to everything. It applies to everything. If you're feeling a certain way and an emotion, are you present with it and are you allowing it to come through, or are you manipulating it with drugs, alcohol, work, being busy, numbing, avoidance, any kind of trauma responses? So part of what I want to bring to people is, how do you hold yourself in those places? How are you conscious of the emotional, mental, and physical, and just allowing it to pass through you? Meditation and breath work. So the presence process is a combination of meditation and breath work. So if you are looking for something to help you process the emotional, the mental, and the physical simultaneously in a conscious, intentional way, because I know how many people like to consciously control things, right? That's the ego. But this is a safe and healthy way to do that. If you're interested, I'm going to be starting a 10-week focus on that. So please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to have you be a part of this journey with me, and feel free to reach out to me. Just email, social media. If you're looking for a way to process those emotional pain body symptoms which show up physically, anxiety, depression, health issues, fatigue, exhaustion, not able to sleep well, the body's trying to get your attention. And we really want to help you be healthy and wealthy and wise here through this community. So just so excited for you guys to tune in. Comment below with any questions that you might have. Reach out to us. And if you're interested, you can actually go to microdosingforhealth.com. I'm actually having a sale, 50% off. Inside of that community. Again, if you're looking to get support and to be able to go deeper, we are here for you. So let me know. Let's see who's commenting below. Hey, Cheryl, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. I always like to acknowledge people who are showing up live. And otherwise, just check out healthyandwealthyandwise.com or microdosingforhealth.com. As you know, this movement that I'm creating is mental, physical, spiritual with the help of sacred plant medicine. And if that is for you, if that calls to you, feel free to check out my website and the sale that we have going on right now. So until next time, guys, here's to your best health, your best wealth, and your best wisdom. Bye-bye for now.